class. And every Sunday is special for us. Sunday is meant for Sajjana Sangatya, meant for meditating for more time. Sunday is for sharing. Then all the rest of the weekdays we are busy with our works in our offices. But Sunday, really it is beautiful time that we are all spending here. Welcome you all, friends. And today's topic is certainty of uncertainty. This is the topic. Uncertainty is the most absolute certain thing that is happening all the time. If you ask me what is the most certain thing in life, it is uncertainty, unpredictability, spontaneous. Anything is possible, everything is possible, anything is possible in every moment. It is the absolute truth. It's not just a relative truth. Uncertainty is the nature of this reality, nature of this existence. But we were taught differently, we were conditioned differently. From our scientists' point of view, from 16th century, before 16th century, all the modern scientists, they started actually measuring and quantifying and also applying the mechanics, the mechanical physics that we developed. They want to make everything certain, predictable. That's what science is for. Science wants everything to be predictable, whether it is our life, whether it is the weather patterns, whether it is anything in life, whatever is happening. Our science, our scientists, whatever so-called our modern science, tried level best to make everything certain, to make it definitive. Anything which is uncertain, it shakes us, it threatens us, it challenges us, it makes us fearful. The entire classical modern physics, Sir Isaac Newton to all Cartesian physics, it taught us about linearity, about this follows this step and this follows the next step, and this is going to be definite. But what we have experienced in our realm of consciousness, in this physical realm, is completely different. There are many anomalies that we find, many things which can be explained, many things which are happening beyond your control. Though it is so certain, but something unpredictable is happening. We are on the shaky grounds. This is what we have experienced. Then Albert Einstein came, then completely a new physics evolved from that time. Quantum physics. The quantum physics, many the scientists who started even looking at these kind of anomalies, these events which are very unpredictable, and they want to understand what is happening here. They started looking deeply into the nature of subatomic particles. They found there is something that's happening inside the subatomic particle. The matter is dense, it's going to be certain. A means A follows B, B follows C, C follows D. But Here the quantum physics has found out that A can take a jump to C. A can go to any extent, it can become XYZ. It is completely a different kind of findings that quantum scientists have found out. This principle is called principle of uncertainty. A German physicist, he was a very young person. His name is Heisenberg. So, when he was 25 years old, he was able to actually look into this uncertainty, the nature of uncertainty here. How everything happens, everything is possible in every moment. And he could not pinpoint why it is unpredictable and what is happening, what are the factors which are influencing these things. But he was given a Nobel Prize later on for this amazing discovery, the theory of uncertainty. But all spiritual scientists, all meditators, all mystics and masters have found out about this uncertainty long back. Buddha's entire teachings is based on uncertainty. He said everything is anitya, impermanence. Everything is uncertain. Why are you looking for certainty in life? If you look for certainty, definitely you're bound to fail, bound to become fearful, because nothing is going to happen according to what you think. Embracing the impermanence, embracing the uncertainty, Buddha said that is the key to live your life. That's how a person can actually find deep roots in this physical plane, which is so uncertain. Everything is possible every moment. And in this beautiful change, one can actually rejoice the change. Any kind of change, any kind of uncertainty, any kind of spontaneous events that happen can be rejoiced. So, it's the only absolute certainty. We are at the very edge of the cliff. Any moment, anything can happen. We may soar high into the sky, we may fall into deep abyss. Or it can be, you can make a choice to different options are open, and living on the edge, living on the razor's path. Buddha said, you are living constantly in such flux, such change. And in this flux, in this change, you are walking on the razor's edge. You may fall back if you become fearful about anything, you may fall back. We may become affected by that. We bound to become miserable and suffering. We are caught in that kind of misery. So Buddha said, better know that everything is impermanent. One single statement he has made, anitya. And second thing he has told is, you think you have a soul, you don't have a soul, anatta. He said, you don't have any soul at all. No soul is existing in you. So these are the two things, the very core of the heart of Buddha. Core teachings of Buddha. We may misunderstand that no soul means he's not talking about no Atman. He's talking about no ego self. You think that you are so and so, identity you give. You are not that, what you think. You are not that, what you are thinking about. You are not this body, you are not Indian, you are not man, you are not woman. You think you have so many identities, but he was talking from a different context. He's talking about there is no separate self in you. You are the universal self. The whole universe, collective self is living in you. That's what he was talking about. We may misunderstand teachings of Buddha, but it is very profound. Our quantum scientists validated all these truths. One of the truths is theory of uncertainty. It's completely validated by all the research experiments conducted by our modern scientists, quantum scientists. Quantum entanglements is the latest experiment conducted where how the subatomic particles, they behave, how your thoughts affect these subatomic particles. Their behaviors are changed. The moment you shift inside, the moment you perceive differently things, you look at things differently, things will get altered. You see the world as the most bad place and unsafe place to live. That's what the reality that we are going to create. If you consider the person is evil, with your perception, you are looking at the person saying that you are evil. At subatomic level, at a quantum level, you are actually creating that reality. You're bound to see his evil. You vibrationally, you will only focus on his evilness. You contribute from your side, your energy also, to make him evil. And these are the beautiful scientific discoveries made. So today, this topic is very relevant because all of us, without exception, each one of us have this experience of uncertainty, experience of change, and we resist change. We are stubborn. We don't want to change. We don't want to become old. We don't want to die. But how it is possible is the nature of reality in this physical plane that everything changes. We become old, we get sick, we die. When we can look deeply into our own selves, we understand that the theory of impermanence, everything is uncertain, everything is impermanent. We will not hang on to anything, we will not cling to anything, we will not get craving, we will not have craving for anything, we will not be rigid, stubborn. We accept everything as it is, we are in a flow. So friends, such a great contribution made by Heisenberg, this German scientist, and after him there is one more discovery made by another scientist, this called wave particle duality. Why there is so much uncertainty, flux? Because the subatomic particles, they're behaving differently according to the observer. This is called observer participancy experiment. According to your observation, according to the observer, the subatomic particles are behaving differently. If the observer wanted to see that the nature of the subatomic particles is energy nature, they are getting the similar kind of results. If they want to prove that it has density, it has matter, it is like a measurable mass, subatomic particles, they are getting the similar kind of results. So according to the observer, they are responding differently. That means that all the realities that we experience here is your inner change, your inner thoughts, your inner belief structure. It actually creates the external reality. Now the quantum scientists have even gone further, expanded view. It's called holographic universe. They understood that the entire universe is existing in you. Microcosm is macrocosm. If you look at your own inner microcosm, inner side, if you study yourself, if you know yourself, if you know what you are, who you are, what kind of stuff you are holding in your mind, you're bound to actually bring change in the outer reality by changing your inner reality. Inner and outer, they are equal. They are mirroring, they are projections, they are reflections. This is what the quantum scientists have found out. This amazing discovery. So uncertainty principle is followed by wave particle duality, observer participancy principle, and these two things today can give us so much clarity. So aliveness at the edge of uncertainty. If there is everything is certain, you will be like a dead person. If everything is written, the entire life for you, Tuesday morning vada, then lunch dal, sambar, papad, next. Everything is written. It's like you are a robot, very machine. You are a mechanical, you are programmed. But life is not like that. Today vada may happen or idli may happen or dosa may be delivered to you according to your wish that moment. It's so spontaneous. There is aliveness when there is uncertainty. People who embrace uncertainty, they are more alive. Otherwise we are living dead only. We want everything to be pre-planned and everything. Oh, God might have given me like a script, a good script, very happy life. We want everything, God to be writing our talarata and all that. But we are really utterly disillusioned after coming here. Because out of so much compassion and love, unconditional love, so much free will is given. This realm is full of uncertainty. It's based on your inner self. You create different realities here. Otherwise it is a flux. Everything changes. So I have seen my visits to different places around the globe. When I went to Hawaiian Islands, I have seen even Costa Rica, another place. There's a live volcanoes there. Near that place, near the live volcanoes, people are very alert, very alive, because anything can happen. Live volcano is anything, anytime it can be burst, anytime it can erupt, and that's why they are so alert. Even they hear a sound from that mountain roaring, and their cars are parked in the direction towards the road so that they can get into the car and drive. They're so alive. Otherwise people lost the aliveness. There's no life at all. We are zombies. We are living like dead people. Aliveness comes when there is uncertainty, the very edge of the death. Carlos Castaneda, who has written several books, his teacher Don Juan taught him that your death is waiting just 6 foot just behind your shoulders. Just here, it's waiting. If you know that, you will be utterly alive. If you consider that, oh, I am granted 100 years, 200 years I live, we will not be alive. We must know that death can pounce on us any moment. Any moment. Before we die, we need to be alive every single moment. Let us extract the juice of life, not to waste a single moment. One meditator, one woman was asked, she was 85-year-old, she was about to die, and she was asked, so if you come back again to this life, what is your plan? What do you want to? Oh, she said, in the fag end of my life, I learned meditation and awareness. I learned so many things, just few days. But in my next life, I will dance every day. I will trek onto the mountains. I swim in every river. I will not miss opportunity to go into the forest and live in this wilderness. I will get lost into this beautiful nature. I will not lose opportunity to participate and dance in life. That's what she said. People, they are not aware that everything can go away this very moment. They think of certainty. They think that their money is going to stay, is going to save them, or it may prevent them from dying. People may have billions, but money can't save their life. The time has come, one has to, the visa passport is already there, they have to go. Not a single pie they take. So we need to know we are very living on the ground of uncertainty here. More we accept, embrace uncertainty every single moment. Okay, today there is an earthquake. Yes, let there be an earthquake. It's okay. There's a story about this master who was invited to a hotel. And the hotel owner is hosting. Even other several guests were there in that hotel. They gathered in the first floor of the hotel. They were having a nice conversation with that master. He is a Zen master. And suddenly there was an earthquake. And all the guests ran out. And the host also started running. But this master, Zen master, he started actually closing his eyes, looking deeply, absorbed in his breath. And the host remembered while he was getting out of the door, he remembered suddenly, oh, this master, I left him there. So I am host, and so I must go and tell him that there is an earthquake. He came back and he told the master, so I see that you are very peaceful and calm. There is earthquake. Anything can happen. And why? That's why we are running out. And he said, you are all going out, but I am going in. Because I find my certainty there. I know that my inside consciousness, I dwell there. I go into that transcendental awareness in that moment. So people may go to the 7th floor, 8th floor, or any floor. Earthquake will catch them. People run. Actually, recently we were there in that place, Kangra, that near Vaishnavi Devi temple, where there was earthquake. And we were having the meal, lunch. So all the tables started moving. Everyone ran out, including the person who was serving us the food. He also ran out suddenly. Lakshmi and myself, my wife, both were actually looking at things. What happened? We were cool, and everyone don't know where to go, because all the cars were whatever part they are moving down. Everything is anything can happen, but everyone is running. They don't know where they are running. We were only sitting there near the table watching the entire show. After 3 minutes, everything stabilized and everything started coming in. Then we came to know that there was an earthquake. So everyone gripped with so much fear in that uncertainty, and anything can happen. They might lose, they may go into the danger by running in that moment. Maybe that's the most safe place. When you are, the most safe place is closing our eyes, going inside you, meditating. Anapanasati in that moment. So friends, people who are at the edge of uncertainty, they are very alive. And that's why we never pray to God that God make my life no hassle-free life. We pray to Ganesha. Ganesha ji, please remove all my obstacles. But Ganesha, he is Vigneshwar. He creates more Vignas. Vignas means obstacles. Because through obstacles we grow. We become more alive. Without obstacles, we'll be only like a mediocre, like a sada sida life. Just a mediocre, normal life. We need twists and turns. We need all kinds of upheavals, all kinds of experiences in life. That's how we are alive here. And people want their condition to think that everything need to be certain. I need this, 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 this. But spirituality is teaching us completely different. You embrace uncertainty, dance in the uncertainty, sing and have a melody in the uncertainty. You may lose everything that you have. You may lose everything. Money, job, relationships, your house, everything. You may lose your own life also. But spirituality is saying, meditation is saying, you dance in that uncertainty. Don't hang on to, don't cling to, don't fear. Be daredevil. That's what spirituality is teaching us. Don't be like a mediocre. Don't fear. And Buddha said, fear, we need to use all the threats, all the challenges, all the obstacles that we get to turn around them to make ourselves alive in that moment. Because of these threats, you can be so vigilant and alive and aware and be spontaneous in that moment. You can turn it around. You can be daredevil, face. If you run away from the fear, the whole life you will be covered. Whole life you are chased. Whole life will be repenting. We lose. We are a loser by running away, not facing these challenges, these obstacles, these fears. So everything is uncertain. Better we face it, better we embrace it, better we accept it. That's how the life comes back to us. So friends, there is hope because of uncertainty. This is a discovery made by medical scientists, medical science. The cancer specialists were sometimes so surprised. Suddenly they have declared, diagnosed, prognosis is bad, and they declared that the person will not survive more than 6 months. Wow, but what a recovery. The remission happened, the entire cancer, tumor has gone. It has disappeared. The person is completely alright. He survived more than 50 years afterwards. The diagnosis is a terminally ill, 4th grade cancer, and metastasis happened, and they given all the lists, what organs going to fail, but what a kind of recovery because of uncertainty. If there is certainty that this cancer will lead to this and the person will die in this span of time, but it is uncertain. Everything is possible. All possibilities existing because of uncertainty. Because of that there is hope. That's why we can't take away hope from any person. They may be completely alright. The most sick person who are about to die, we can't take away the hope. We need to just be there. We should not think that he is going to die, because anything is possible. Everything is possible. All the medical miracles happen because of uncertainty. There is many people, I have heard this personal experience of them, who was posted for bypass surgeries, who had cardiac problems, myocardial infarction, and when they did the angiogram, because in that moment they were so much deeply affected, fearful, but something happened in them. There's a shift in them, and with that the entire coronary artery blocks disappeared. Angiogram showed it completely free. There's no coronary blocks. They did not do the bypass surgery. Many people bypass the bypass surgeries because of uncertainty principle. So medical science, sometimes all the doctors, they wonder what happened. There were so many great examples. Louise L. Hay, it's pronounced as Louis L. Hay. She is author of the book You Can Heal Your Life. She had cancer uterus, terminally ill, but she healed herself. Doctors said no hope, no hope. This is worse cancer. It will spread to other organs. It's going to lead to death. But completely it is a medical miracle. And one more example, the author of this book, The Journey, by Brandon Bays, she completely, her basketball-sized tumor in her uterus, fibroid tumor, completely vanished. They wondered, where did this go? This size tumor in 6 weeks. From wherever it has come from, it has gone to that place. There is no explanation, no medical explanations, because it's at the quantum level something is shifting. Because it's based on the principle called uncertainty. Everything is uncertain. Better we accept it. The deepest spiritual realization of all meditators is embracing the impermanence, anitya, being in flow with uncertainty. And Buddha used to tell a story. This is called Parable Sutra. One time there was a king who was so caught up in his samsara, in his life, so much identified, so much attached to his wealth and everything, he was going through suffering. He heard about this enlightened one who was living there in Jetavana Grove, that forest, and he wanted to go and receive some kind of knowledge. He went there. Buddha saw this king. He is too possessive about his wealth, about his power, about many things in his life. He is not able to, he is clinging too much, but anything can happen. So he given through the story a sutra. He delivered a sutra, a story sutra. This story is about, he started narrating about a man, a person who is living in a jungle. It's a thick jungle, full of trees, full of animals. There's one tiger, which is very hungry tiger, started chasing this man. This man started running with fear, so much gripped with the fear. He started running. He wanted to find out, where can I hide? Wherever he hides, it's going to chase. Finally, he has found that there is a empty well, a deep empty well was there. So he started actually looking at that well. He wanted to hide there. He saw that there is a tree, and the tree has some roots which are dangling into that well. So he started hanging on to that tree roots in that well. He started hanging on to it, caught hold of those tree roots. So then he noticed that there is a big venomous poisonous serpent inside the deep well. If he leaves that, he will be victim to that. Otherwise the tiger is waiting on the top. It's the same situation for us. Atu velte noyi, itu velte goyi. If you go that side, there is a problem. This side also there is a problem. And not only that, there are 4 other serpents also there in the walls of the well, and they are also trying to catch hold of him. And above there was a honey bee hive. Honey bee hive. All the honey bees are there, and in that moment the honey started, because they are moving, the honey started dropping. 5 honey drops have dropped into his mouth. He felt so good, blissful. See how when honey goes into your mouth, when it touches, entire your consciousness becomes honey. You experience deep honey in you. You have honey consciousness in that moment. So he has experienced that, 5 drops, every drop, wow, there is a danger down, danger up, danger left side, right side, everything is danger. And suddenly there was something happened, all honeybees started coming out because there is some disturbance there, something fallen in the beehive, and they started coming towards him. If they hit him, if they bite him, he is gone. So they started coming towards him, and he started falling down because he can't see thousands of honeybees biting him. That very moment he started falling down. And not only that, because there was so much rubbing, friction, the branches of the dry tree, they started lighting the fire. There was fire also now. It is the situation of all of us, every one of us. It's so uncertain. So in this parable, he deciphered the meaning. So the jungle, the wilderness represents our ignorance. Buddha said it's ignorance. Our ajnanam. It is the jungle. It's like wild jungle. And tiger represents impermanence, uncertainty. It can pounce on you, it can chase you, it can do anything. It's impermanence. And the well represents our situation in life, which is deep well. It's abyss, deep well. And the tree roots which are climbing down represents our life journey. The tree roots which we are hanging, it's our life journey. How long you can hold on to these tree roots, hanging on there. After maybe 1 hour you can save from the tiger. Afterwards, you lose your strength. Maybe till night. Night you may feel asleep and you may leave the tree roots. You fall into the well. There is a serpent there. So, not only that, I did not mention the story about black and white rats. There are 2 rats which Buddha mentioned. It's black and white rats. They are now gnawing, biting the tree roots. They're eating the bread. So they may completely cut the tree roots and he may fall down. That's another danger. So the black and white rats represent night and day. And gnawing the roots, chewing the roots by these rats represent annoying thoughts which are constantly pouncing in our mind. Constantly, day and night, your mind is constantly thinking and thinking and thinking stressful thoughts, negative thoughts, destructive thoughts, calamity thoughts, all thoughts. Fearful thoughts. We are gripped with so much fear. This is the situation of all of us. This is the gnawing the roots. 4 vipers represent, which are by the side of the well, 4 vipers, the 4 elements, which are constantly affecting us. Honey drops represents our sensory desires. Buddha said the 5 drops, 5 sensory desires. We are attached to our cling to desires, sensory desires. We crave for them. So this is the situation of all of us. But he wants to tell that everything is impermanent. You are on the ground of impermanence. It's better that we wake up, be aware, and before the life goes away, be alive. Dance. Know yourself. Enlighten yourself before you die. That's what Buddha's message is. He was giving this king the subtle message through this parable. Don't postpone your enlightenment. Don't think your money will save you from your death. Don't think that you are so immune to all the tragedies of life through whatever wealth you have, through your power as a king. You are as vulnerable as anybody else. Anything can happen. Everything is uncertain. So he was telling about the story of this man who was lost in this wilderness, chased by the tiger, and who got into the well and hanging there, and anything can happen. So friends, first thing is uncertainty, awareness of uncertainty and impermanence, mindfulness of impermanence we need to have. Meditation makes us actually become aware of impermanence, impermanent nature. So when you watch your breath, you find that your breath is changing constantly. It's not the same. Every breath is different according to your emotional state, your mental state, your spiritual state, your connection to this moment. Everything, the breath is changing constantly. It is in flux. So you will start noticing the rise and fall, erratic breathing. Then it stabilizes. It becomes rhythmic breathing. It becomes a flow. It becomes small. And as your thoughts in the mind reduce, your breath also slows down. It becomes nice, calming breath. Initially it is shallow breath, fearful breath, frightening breath, or sad breath, heavy breath you're taking. Even to breathe also your feelings very heavy. But when you start noticing it, you notice the change. Not only that, you will start noticing many sensations in the body. Kayanapasana. Buddha said, even those sensations are impermanent. Everything rises and falls. Feelings are impermanent. He said, everything rises and falls. Everything is impermanent, he said. That is the Dhamma. That is the core teaching of Buddha. It is everything which is uncertain, which is impermanent, which you understand through your own meditation. You are mindful of it. You look at life, everything is uncertain. You thought that today this rain will not come, but today rain will come. Many times it happened that announcements, weather reports given to us, there is no weather will pleasant and all that, something happens. It's uncertain, unpredictable. So this uncertainty, impermanence, we need to embrace completely. That's what meditation teaches us. Awareness of impermanence, it makes us actually flow with life, live our life with so much aliveness. Otherwise we are dead people only. We don't have life at all if we want everything to be certain. And a meditator risks everything. A quality of risking is there, daredevilness. Like go to the very edge and see. Even meditation, they go and they will be frightened. Oh, they're going to get out of the body experience, astral travel. They'll have a shake. Oh, what if I go out of my body? Can I come back? There's a fear. But risk your life. Be daredevil. Get out of your body. Travel to other dimensions. See from there this life. So embrace uncertainty. Anything can happen, but you need to risk. Meditator develops this quality of risking. Being a daredevil, being courageous, living courageously. Even many mystics, many masters, before their enlightenment, you will notice that they have risked their life. They gone into such deep meditation states. They might have gone completely, but they risked their life. They reached to complete nirvana. They realized themselves in that very moment of flux. So, second point is embracing the uncertainty. What is our attitude? What must be our attitude towards uncertainty? Be a witness. Know that there is uncertainty. It's the nature of things. Everything will change, and accept it, embrace it, and then live in it. And also have this attitude, this too shall pass away. Don't cling to it. There is a happiness, you must know that this too shall pass away. This is not going to be permanent. Sadness, this too shall pass away. The sickness, this too shall pass away. The health, this too shall pass away. Don't cling to anything. Be in the flow. Accept everything as it is. Then there is so much aliveness in you, participation in life. Not only being a witness, you will also participate in life. Those who have this attitude, understanding and comprehension about life, that this too shall pass away. So, I I was talking about this observer participancy principle. After uncertainty principle, this comes. First, embracing the uncertainty. Second is go within. Go inside you. Find your center. Find your being. By changing there, you bring the external changes. The most certain thing is your inner being. The most certain thing is your inner awareness. You may die, but your awareness will not die. Even after death, your awareness stays there. Socrates was given the poison and all his disciples were waiting around him. He is so courageous man. He accepted the poison. They also told him, you tell this lie, then we'll not give you this execution, this punishment to you. You will be saved. Your life will be saved. He said, no, I will take the poison. I can't compromise on my truth. I can't tell. This tongue cannot speak a lie to save my life. He said he drank the poison. He said to the disciples, he reported what's happening. He was so aware being. He died with consciousness. He died consciously. My legs are now dying. My hands are dying. My trunk is dead now. Now it's coming to my chest. My breath is laborious now. It's going now to the neck. It's coming even to the lips now. Next moment I may not speak, but I will be aware. He said, I am awareness. I may leave this body, but I am awareness. What a great, courageous man, enlightened man Socrates is. Even that moment of death, he is so alive. What will not go away from us is awareness. What is the most certain thing is your awareness. Pure awareness. It stays with you. Wherever, whichever dimension you go, wherever you be traveling, that stays with you. The whole effort in meditation is to cultivating the awareness. To just be aware. Awareness, not only this physical self, awareness of your magnificent self. The collective self which is living in you. Aware of the entire universe, aware of the Srishti, aware of the nature of birth and death, aware of the incarnation cycles, awareness about how past lives affecting you in this current life, awareness about the uncertainty. That's what is awareness that stays with you. So friends, this wave particle duality, this experiment which was conducted, it has proven that the way you perceive the things will actually alter the reality. The beauty, true beauty lies in the eyes of the beholder. There was a saying, the way you look at things, it will change those things. Your just observation itself will change. If we want to see enlightened people in this world, look at every person as enlightened being, a Buddha being. Right now, find Buddha in everyone. We want to create a Buddha field, but generally we have this mind which perceives that everyone is Aula, everyone is Buddhu, and that's what we create more Buddhas in the world. If we want to see a Buddha field, we want to see the most peaceful world, see Buddha in everyone. Wave particle duality, the way you look at things, your subatomic particles, the quantum particles, they respond differently. Your deep intentions in you which were unspoken, which are there, hidden, subconscious, it affects the current reality, it affects the outer reality. That's why when you go within, your awareness will chop. It will chisel you, it will sculpt you, it will mold you, it will shape you, it will refine you, it will cultivate your, shape up your thoughts. Whatever is good supports the evolution of you and the others. Awareness cultivates those thoughts. it shapes those thoughts. That's how many meditators naturally they go through transmutation, transformation, caterpillar becoming a butterfly. Very natural phenomena. Because there is a deep understanding of this principle. By changing myself, I change the whole world around me. I don't need to change anything around. I don't need to go and say, stop the wars, stop the wars. We create more wars. We go on fighting with people. We protest, we go and fight with them. Instead, change inside you. Stop the inside war first. Make peace with yourself first. The greatest help that you can do to the world is enlighten yourself first. Find the peace in your soul. That is the greatest service. Naturally, the quantum field will inspire many thousands of people to be inspired by you through your change. That's what I always like this quote from Mahatma Gandhi ji. He said, be the change that you want to see in the world. Be that change. First you be the change. We always want others to change first. First you change, then I will change. No, first you change, then everything changes around you. So friends, let us carry today's session, carry these two important principles from quantum physics and spiritual science. One is principle of uncertainty, impermanence, anitya. Second is wave particle duality, or it is known as observer participancy principle, which also means that you create your own reality. The other name for it in spiritual terms, it means you are your creator of your worst realities and beautiful realities. You are only the person who created, and because at the deep level, holographic level, microcosm is becoming macrocosm. Whatever the inside you, it is creating the outside things. That is the biggest truth. These two things we can actually dance in life. So friends, remaining centered in face of uncertainty. There is a Zen anecdote which was constantly mentioned by Zen masters. Your house is burning. House is on fire, it's burning. Everything, all the furniture, everything, all the rooms, everything caught up with the fire. So your house is already burning in fire. So everything is so uncertain. Don't run here and there, helter-skelter, and we may lose ourselves. Just be centered in that moment. A master, a meditator is centered even in the face of uncertainty. Just be in the most uncertain, most problematic, most traumatic situation, but be centered. Go into the eye of the hurricane. There's a big hurricane, but go to the very center of it. Nothing can shake you. Your awareness is unshakable. That is the most certainty, is your awareness. Whatever that inside you, which is perceiving everything, participating in life, that is the only certainty. Otherwise, everything outside reality is uncertainty. So we carry this with us. We face uncertainty. We embrace it. We accept it. Think that you are just the edge of your life and death. Think that you are going to die in the next 48 hours. Already it's certain. Think about it once. Assume. Speculate on it. And you will be more alive. In this 48 hours, what will you do? What kind of things you will be finishing? You will not have in an agenda 30-40 lists. You will have only 3-4 things to do. Just do it, a kind of contemplation exercise now. What will you do if you are going to die in the next 48 hours? What is the first thing that you're going to do? Because death can happen to anybody, any moment. We take life for granted. We stop living thinking that my death is going to come only later, afterwards. Death is waiting for us this very moment. That's what spirituality is teaching. Everything is uncertain. Earthquake can happen right this moment. Entire Hyderabad, entire Andhra Pradesh, entire Bangladesh can go inside. In that very uncertain moment, can we be meditative? What are the things that you want to do in that last moments? If you have that 48 hours time, what will you do? We do those things which we were postponing things. Maybe you have not sang your song in life. Maybe in that last 48 hours, you sing your heart. Maybe you did not say, I love you to somebody, or I am sorry to somebody. You are fearful about rejection. So you will go and say that, really, I have fallen in love with you. You will be so courageous, you will not postpone anything anymore. You will dance in that moment. Maybe you want to go and hug your mother, which you never did in this life. All these things will be able to do if we know that our death is waiting here, just 6 foot away from our left hand shoulders. So friends, never to take our life for granted. If we want to participate, dance in life, sing in life, and better embrace uncertainty. And nothing is going to be certain. Your relationships not going to be certain, not going to be definite. It's very uncertain. Anything can happen. Your wealth, your money, your job, very uncertain. And your beauty, you think that you are beautiful, anything can happen. Acid may fall, or you may burn your skin, you may lose all that beauty that you have. Embrace the uncertainty. Every single moment we can be so alive. So friends, any questions are there, you're most welcome to ask. Anything that you want to share, any clarity that you wanted, you may ask now. Yes. Yes, Loknath.
You told about the statement, there is hope because of uncertainty. Now, when I read the book by Anita Murjani, about dying to be me, it impacted me so much. And also another point that you said, you were there at some place, there was earthquake, you were centered, with your awakened consciousness, you were observing the play.
Right.
What is happening there. Every species have this fight and fight response inside us.
Yeah.
So how can we be centered?
Right.
In the normal state of consciousness. Could you please explain on this?
Right. So even in that moment of danger, threatening, life, survival danger is there. Normally, our mind either goes into fight or flight response, fight flee response. So this is normal reactive state. That's what we are conditioned. It's a survival instinct. But a higher center, a faculty is awakened in a meditator. That higher center is called responsive center. We have an instinctive center which acts from primitive survival instincts by default. We either fight or flee from the situation. And the other center is very responsive, where you are fully aware, you are centered. This center is developed through meditation. You are completely composed and centered. Either of these two responses, reactions, will not help us. Either you fight or flee. These two are going to be worsening the situation. People, they could not survive. They are gripped with more fear. They land with more worse troubles, more problematic it has become. But those who are responsive, the soul responds, the awareness responds in that moment. Whatever is appropriate, they do it so effortlessly, so gracefully. I had chance to experience two things. One is the earthquake and second is even the tsunami. I was in Nellore. Actually, that day my intuition said to go near to the beach. That's I want to go, and I always like seashores. So we have there Maipadu beach in near harbor, Nellore harbor. So we went there. So we were watching, suddenly big waves were coming there. And I was really so thrilled to see such high waves, and there was a response. There is no kind of fear. All people, all the boatmen, they already received the news that big waves going to completely drown the entire harbor. Entire Nellore going to be drowned. So they said, don't go near, don't hang around here, go there to other safe places. I said, we'll stay back for another 30 minutes. I convinced my wife, and we stayed there, watched till to the very end. At that moment, I felt that this is the time to leave. We gracefully took the car, and very next 15 minutes, that entire harbor was flooded, completely drowned. 20 feet high waves came and completely flooded this one situation. And another situation was with the thieves. The night the thief came, took all everything that we have. We were in Kerala at the time. So in the Kerala, so whatever that we have, all the suitcases, everything, the thief has taken away. Generally, any kind of sound, I wake up. But that night, I did not wake up. The thief has kept a big, this kind of stick, not stick, it's a rod. In case if I wake up, he want to beat up my head, he kept it there. And morning, I heard some kind of sounds from outside the home. And I just woke up at 5:30 and woke up and watched, and every suitcase is open, everything is dropped. And my watch, I had a beautiful watch. My father gifted me. Even that was stolen. It was not there because I want to check the time. I could not find the watch. So I know that thief has come. I saw the room. I found this big rod which kept there. So I know that thief has come. I laughed in that moment. I woke up Lakshmi, and my wife also rejoiced in that moment. Oh, thief has come. And there we were doing our job in Kerala for 1 year there. So all our, the owners of that house, everyone came and everyone looked at us puzzled. Did really thieves have come and robbed? Or why are you laughing? Why are you so happy? So we said, whatever happened, we completely accept it. If I grieve, if I become sad, if I become fearful, that fear, that's not my natural reaction state. So these are some situations in life which really I faced. So friends, in those times when we were challenged, there you find your most alive qualities coming out, most aliveness, such an energy surge. But let this not go to survival instinctual center, which can make you go run here and there out of fear. Instead, have the meditative awareness. What can happen finally? You may lose your body, you may die, that's all. But we know that your awareness will not die, even if you die. So that awareness we need to carry even the moments of death. So thank you, Loknath, for asking this.
Thank you, sir.
And Anita Mujan, I highly recommend this book, Dying to Be Me. She gone through near-death experience, This is a great book that she has out of her own personal experience. So she died for almost many hours, I think a day, and she went into life after death, and her silver cord is cut. There she was in the higher plane. She healed her cancer in her body, and amazing, she came back into the body. And it's a highly recommended book. Anita Moorjani, she stays in Hong Kong. Maybe she is a descendant from India, forefathers, ancestors from India. That's how the Anita name came. But amazing book. How in that most uncertain moment there is a hope. Everything is possible. The quantum science, the soul science is telling us all possibilities are existing right now. Nothing is certain. According to your choice that you make, you have free will. Many people, they don't know that they have free will. They have a choice. They give up their choice. They feel, oh, nothing is going to happen, nothing, no possibility. But exercise your free will. Choose your response. Choose what you want to experience. Even the most greatest danger in life, choose things wisely. That's what everyone can do. So Anita Moorjani, very inspirational book, one great author. And one more book I recommend is I have forgotten the name of the author, but I know the essence of the book. But the key word in that he mentioned is called miracle knots. Like astronauts, he coined a word, a beautiful word called miracle knots. But it's not the name of the book. But this is the main theme of the book, miracle knots. How miracles happen. So-called impossible things happen because of uncertainty. He had bone cancer. He healed his bone cancer. He was living in Hawaii Islands in those last moments. He thought, I will die happily in Hawaii Islands dancing. At least the doctor said I will die anyway. Let me take a holiday. So he went there. He became so alive. There's a live volcano which brought him so much life force in him. He thought, he observed all the Hawaiian islanders. They were dancing. Nobody is sad. And he investigated why they are so alive. It's an amazing book. The keyword, if you search miracle knots, I think you will find the name of the author. So one of the very good inspirational book which inspired me. So friends, another question, anybody want to share? Yeah. Right.
When you said awareness, please because on the time, which exhibits is felt at sensory level or is it at a conscious level?
It is at all levels. Generally we limit our awareness to sensory level, but it's not only sensory level. Even at the level of our entire consciousness, level of even beyond consciousness. We call it as a level of super consciousness. Even to that extent. That's why awareness always, it expands as we cultivate it. It is not just only limited to this body, this time and space. Our awareness, it even transcends time, space, body and mind. It is beyond dimensions. It is the awareness which is vast and expansive. So that kind of cultivation of awareness is a deliberate practice. The Buddha's emphasis is on cultivation of mindfulness. He called it as Satipatthana. Satipatthana is, Sati is mindfulness. To be one with. First to be one with sensory perceptions, sensory feelings. Observe all those sankharas, sensations. All those things that are coming in the body, all your senses, cravings, all that. Then feelings, emotions. Take it to the level of, to the soul, the realm of soul which lives transcendental, which is not pertinent to this dimension, not time and space bound. It is unbounded. So, to that extent, Satipatthana is the entire mindfulness of all the realms, earth, beyond earth, and even beyond all those realms that we hear about them. So cultivating the awareness is very important practice. Thank you. Yeah.
Just had a question. The example that you gave of thieves.
Thieves.
Yes. So there's one thing that you embrace whatever is happening by remaining centered. But say somebody develops this
Flight and flee response, reactive center.
but not reactive, not at that moment. You embrace it, whatever is happening. But what you take out of it is maybe you become more guarded. You buy 10 locks. But is that coming out of fear now?
Out of fear. The guarding, the defense mechanisms is a resistance. It's a coming from always fear. Means guarding, taking a little precaution is okay, but too much precautious, too much cautious, too much guarding, you isolate yourself. That's what we do in life. When there is a trauma, after the trauma is over, you develop a kind of protective wall around you, so that you are immune to all the trauma in the future. You are foreseeing there's a possibility. That's why you have tremendous fear that you attract the trauma again. So what happens is you lose yourself in that fortress that you build around you. You isolate, you feel lonely. You can't embrace this life anymore. You are cut off from the life. That's why most of the children, I do a lot of regression work with children. So the children, when they go through the trauma, they go through this kind of response, the reactions, the reactive state, flight and flee response, reaction state, and then they develop behavioral patterns, they develop a protective defense mechanisms, and they try to guard themselves the entire life. Entire life, they think that there is a threat coming from outside. They may grow into adulthood, but still they are fully guarded. They're very gripped with the fear. It chases them. That's why this is a kind of fear reaction. And an aware person will not be guarding out of fear, but aware person through awareness itself will guard the person. The awareness itself, in that moment, what need to be done, the appropriate action, appropriate behavior, appropriate response will come out from an aware being. For example, in this home where this earthquake is happening, the meditator will not run here and there. He will be watchful. He will see for a minute. He will see, and he knows exactly where the safe place is. A fearful person will not know. They just run. And here the person knows exactly, because everything is going trembling and shaking and can collapse. So this is what an aware being can do. Being very spontaneous, the response is chosen in that moment without any traces of fear. Even if the fear comes, they see the fear coming, touching them, but it will not touch them. It will only just comes and like a breeze and goes away. It will not have an impact. That's what an aware person can practice and can go through. Thank you, and yes.
So in our day-to-day conversation, this word certain
Yes.
is so common, very spontaneously it is being used. Like if my boss tells me that okay, tomorrow morning we will meet at 9 o'clock, and then I say okay, certainly. So shall we use this word? I mean,
Okay.
Like with today's the topic.
So instead of using certainly, you smile at him. Not, let us see.
I can't say. I can't tell you anything. Okay.
No need to say that. He will be angry at you if you say because anything can happen. The boss may die. Next moment, anything can happen. So who knows? That's why all that with certainty people make promises, all promises that they make about the future. It is always, there is a possibility that all promises remain promise forever, never fulfilled. That's why we never should promise. If you can do something in this moment, do it. Otherwise, don't promise. People, they do vagdanam, means they do what is called, generous about their words. They give a word. I will fulfill it, I will do this for you and all that in the future. But never to do that. You may have to reincarnate for that, because you are not fulfilling in this life. You have to fulfill, come back next life and do it. Instead, whatever that you can do in this moment, always do it. Never to promise anything to others. Always it's good practice. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Whether this word certain will remain or it should not remain?
The vocabulary remains, when there is uncertainty, there is a certainty as well. But uncertainty is the more certainty.
Yeah.
That is the most certainty, is the only thing is change. Impermanence is the most certain thing.
The word uncertainty is from certainty.
Yes, for certainty. For certain. Yes, Banu.
I think my question has answered.
Whoa, wow.
I want to ask you, what is the balance factor in the field of uncertainty?
Yeah.
It's awareness.
Awareness and free will. Exercising the free will in that moment. Because responsive state. And we were so programmed, conditioned to live in our primal primitive consciousness. The primitive basal consciousness, that's what we are conditioned. Very survival. Many people, they live in the only Mooladhara chakra, only the root chakra, the survival instincts. Otherwise they live in the sex center. They only have sex in their mind. And they never ascended. The energy has gone up, moved up into the higher faculty centers. So awareness makes us move higher into higher centers. We are locked up, frozen there, because we are so gripped with the fear. We don't know the possibility, higher possibility, the higher awareness levels. That's what is this path. The path of spirituality, the path of meditation, path of awareness is to actually to awaken your higher centers. From the instinct, we need to move to intuition center. That's the higher center in us. This possibility is existing in human beings. Till animal kingdom is always operated in the only basal consciousness, primitive consciousness. They act from instincts. Whereas many human beings are still animalistic, very beastly. They just are gripped with anger, gripped with all those things, survival instinct. They pounce on others, intimidate, create fear. Or whenever a person is fearful, he also creates fear in others. They attack others. Very aggressive. This is the instinctual center. We are still, many people are animalistic, primitive. And even the so-called civilization, we are civilized beings, still we are not civilized. We have not civilized at all. Very hardly we find. Real civilization happens with meditation practice, with awareness practice. Otherwise we have gone devolved. We have gone back. Worse than before. Ramayana time is far better. Maybe less Rakshas and more Devas were living there. More godly, holy people or sacred beings were there. Now we see everywhere people are instinctual, attack others, fearful, and no higher center is awakened. This higher center, this possibility is existing in all of us. In Nepal there is a temple, Shiva's temple. This is called Pashupatinath temple. You know the meaning of Pashupatinath? Pashupatinath. Pashupati. Pashu means animalistic, primitive, basal, animalistic consciousness. Pati is being the lord of the animal, being the transcending our animal instincts. You need to even raise above your Pasu nature. Be Pasupati, be a Shiva, awakened Shiva, be an intuition, be a higher center, operate from your compassion. Where is your compassion? Your unconditional love, that the higher possibility that's existing in our heart. Can't we forgive people? With our instincts, we can never forgive people. Oh, how can I forgive? No, I will take a revenge on the person. But this center, Anahata center, is telling, be compassionate, be forgiving, let go. And as you rise above to this creative center, you know what kind of words to use, right words. Only right words, right expressions, creative expressions. Not to misuse, abuse this word of speech. The speech is so valuable. And never to even stop this energy center which can see beyond. This is a higher center that we all have. This possibility is existing in all human beings. That's why it is called Manava Janma, Uttama Janma. There is a possibility of flowering of consciousness in a human being. And this center is so valuable, so important. Without this, we are not at all actually have lived our life. People who open this eye can see clearly. They see things as it is, without any distortions. They accept things as it is. They live in suchness. They live in utter presence. They live in this moment. Completely this moment. Past never existed. Future never exists. This very moment is the moment of life for a person who has opened his inner eye. This is the wisdom eye, the Jnanak eye, which says that you are that awareness living here. You are the pure awareness, untouched. You may be living in the dense matter. You are untouched. You may participate in the Leela, in the game of life, but you are untouched. This is the higher center. And much more higher center is here, yet to be opened. And many people, when they open, they have the higher ecstasy. It's like a cosmic union. You are no more yourself. You are the whole cosmos, the whole universe is living through you, living in you, breathing in you, beating in your heart for you. Every word that comes out is from the whole cosmos speaking through you. That is the highest possibility that's existing. So, many of us, we are caught in the instinctual center. And as we cultivate our awareness, we become a civilized, sane human beings, compassionate beings, then visionary beings, then oneness beings. So, friends, thank you. Thank you, Banu, and for all the questions that you asked, and it brought out some good insights for all of us. And friends, now let us practice some meditation. In this meditation, we embrace uncertainty. The very theme of this meditation is embracing all that uncertainty, all that can go happen in wrong way, all problems we embrace, all challenges we face, all fears we face. Even the fear of death is the biggest fear that we all have. At the very root is the biggest fear is the fear of death. From there all the rest of the fears are coming because it threatens us. The fear of death is actually fear of unknown. We don't know what happens after we cross over to the other side. We have forgotten about that home, wherever we have come from. So friends, for 10 minutes we close our eyes. We sit in a comfortable posture, joining the hands together, and we remove the spectacles and we close our eyes and we observe the breath. We notice the breath. This practice is called mindfulness of breathing. Just be one with your breath. Nothing to think about. No need to go into the past. No need to go into the future. Just stay in this moment, this present moment. Fully awake, fully alert. Nothing to do, nowhere to go, nothing to achieve. Just be aware, stay alert. Let us wake up fully, be present in this moment fully. We have been sleeping all through that life, all throughout our lives. Let us really wake up. Be aware. Be aware of your breath. Be aware of your body. Be aware of your mind, your thoughts in your mind. Be aware. Awareness is the key. Awareness means witnessing awareness. You watch. You don't need to alter your breathing. You don't need to change your thoughts. You don't need to do anything. Just your watchfulness itself will change everything. When you are watching the breath, you know that you are not the breath. You are that watcher in you which is watching everything. When you're watching your body, you know that you are not the body. You are the watcher watching the body. When you are watching your thoughts in your mind, you know that you are that watcher watching the thoughts in your mind. You are not the mind. You are not the thoughts in your mind. Just be witnessing awareness. Witness everything. Even witness your emotions, feelings. They come and go like clouds in the sky. Those feelings, those emotions which are deep down, layers and layers there. The sadness, the shame, the guilt, the helplessness, the anger, all of them. You watch them as witnessing awareness. Know that you are the watcher watching these emotions and feelings. You are not the emotions and feelings. Just remain as watcher, witnessing consciousness, watching everything. Just be that watcher. In this 10 minutes, reach to that place of stillness where we can watch in utter silence, full presence. We just watch. we watch our own consciousness. It's like looking at your own awareness itself. Awareness looking at itself. Consciousness reflecting on itself. When the ripples in the pond are going on, your reflection is distorted, it's hazy. When the pond becomes still, no ripples in the water, the reflection in the water of the pond is clear, very clear. Just be still. Be just watchfulness. Be sitting like Buddha, doing nothing, watching the breath, witnessing whatever is going on inside you. Just be the watcher. Be centered in that witnessing awareness. Just be the watcher. Not moving here and there in your mind. Just remain centered. Be present this very moment. Last 7 minutes. Just be. Last 5 minutes. Just be. Be the witness of that vast, expansive consciousness inside you. The vast inner sky. All the mental, emotional clouds dispersed. The vast inner blue sky, which is unlimited. Witness from that centered state. Last 4 minutes. Just be. Notice all the alertness, whatever that is happening in you as an inner experience at different levels of your being, the physical, mental, emotional, energetic, soul level. Notice the details. Be a witness. Be a watcher. Last 3 minutes. Be that witnessing awareness. Whatever that you are noticing, know that you are not that what you are noticing. You are not that what you are watching. You are that watching itself. You are that witness awareness. Last 2 minutes. Last 1 minute. Thirty seconds. Last 15 seconds. Last 5 seconds. Four, three, two, 1, 0. Okay, friends, with alertness, with awareness, slowly return back, wide awake, conscious and alert to this reality. You can slowly, you may open your eyes, take your own time. Gently you may touch your eyes, eyelids with your hands. Slowly you may open your eyes, take your own time. Very good, friends. And anybody would like to share your experience or anything else? You are most welcome. 1 or 2 sharings we can have. So when you observe the breath with awareness, what happened? What are your clinical observations? Meditation is highly scientific. It's just like a scientist observing what's happening when you are paying attention to your breathing. What happened to your mind? What happened in your body? What happened to your inner consciousness? So what kind of changes you found? Is body heavy, light, breath changing, or any kind of colors you have seen? You've seen yourself out of the body. What kind of changes occurred in yourself? Is there something spinning in you, or what kind of experience has come to you? So anybody would like to, yeah, please. Maybe you can come this side, sir, because there is a speaker, it may echo.
అందరికీ నమస్కారం. ఈ స్పెసిఫిక్గా ఇప్పుడు చేసినప్పుడు ఒక 2 times బాడీలోంచి ఏదో వెళ్ళిపోతుంది, అంటే ఫియర్ఫుల్ ఉండొద్దన్నారు కానీ బై డిఫాల్ట్ ఇట్లా పోయి ఈ పైకి వచ్చిన తర్వాత అంటే నా బాడీలోంచి ఇంకోటి పోయి పైకి వెళ్ళిపోతున్నట్టు అనిపించింది. మళ్ళీ జల్లరిస్తుంది కదా, మళ్ళీ వచ్చింది. సెకండ్ టైం మళ్ళీ ఒకసారి అయింది కానీ లైట్గా. అది ఇదివరకు చాలా ఎక్కువ భయపడేది. లాస్ట్ క్లాస్ వచ్చినప్పుడు మీరు చెప్పారు డోంట్ బీ ఫియర్ఫుల్ ఫర్ ఎనీథింగ్ అని. అది ఒకసారి ఇట్లా వదిలేసి స్మూత్ గా అయింది. కానీ ఈసారి మనం ఎంత అనుకున్నా కూడా అది అన్ఏబుల్ టు కమ్ అవుట్ ఆఫ్ ఇట్. అండ్ ఈ కలర్స్ అంటే ఫస్ట్ టైం నాకు జనరల్ గా కూర్చున్న కాసేపు థాట్లెస్ అయిపోయి ఏమీ కనిపించదు. మోస్ట్లీ మీ సిడీస్ ఏది కంప్లీట్ గా వినలేకపోతున్నా. దట్ ఈస్ మై బ్యాడ్ లక్. ఎందుకంటే కూర్చున్న కాసేపటికి ఐ గో సమ్వేర్, రెండులో మాత్రం మళ్ళా వినిపిస్తుంది కాస్తంత. కానీ మీ కృషికి మాత్రం చాలా హ్యాట్స్ ఆఫ్. సో 2 years నుంచి చాలా చాలా కాన్సన్ట్రేటెడ్, చాలా అంటే నేను సెల్ఫ్ గా చాలా నేర్చుకున్నా. లాస్ట్ టైం ఇంటర్వ్యూ కావాలన్న సార్ది, కానీ అక్కర్లేదు ఇప్పుడు అని చెప్పి. ఎందుకంటే నేను బుక్స్ అంతా చదవలేదు. ఐ హావ్ రెడ్ ఇట్. హీ హాస్ గివెన్ ఆల్ ది ఆన్సర్స్ సో బ్యూటిఫుల్. ఐ హావ్ రెడ్ hundreds of books. What I gained from these 2 books, I have realized the same thing. Little bit advanced from where we have come. That I have come.
Thank you.
And అసలు అంటే I wanted to have a guru. I prayed. అయితే when I prayed, I happened to land here. This your third my when I told that I am wandering here and there. I know that when we pray everything happens. It is contradictory to uncertainty. I will become your follower and I will be assisting you in many aspects. I want to become some master, whatever you feel that I am appropriate. థ్యాంక్ యూ వెరీ మచ్. కొంచెం ఈసారి మాత్రం లైట్ గా బ్లాక్ అండ్ వైట్ ఏదో కనిపించింది కానీ అంత అంటే గోయింగ్ అవే సంథింగ్. ఐ డోంట్ నో వాట్ ఎగ్జాక్ట్లీ ఇట్ ఈస్. సార్ మే క్లారిఫై ఇఫ్ హి గ్రేసెస్.
యా, sure. Thank you. So whatever that we witness, sometimes our witness awareness makes us see colors. Everything we see is black and white, alternating. or sometimes it's darkness with light, alternate with light. So all this is happening through your witnessing consciousness from the third eye. The activation of the third eye, this inner eye, our inner perception of the colors may happen. Different colors may come later on. But initially it begins generally with black and white for many people. Later on it is replaced by geometric patterns, shapes, flowers, visions of nature, and so many visions which you have never seen before. Not of this worldly, but the otherworldly visions. So these are all inner experience of the inner eye, the third eye. That jolt that you found is your energy surge that's moving to the higher centers. And that very moment there's a possibility of astral travel. I think you're bound to get in one day or next few meditations. It's once you leave the body, it's so joyous. It is like a great ecstatic dance. Once we get out of the body, get out of this mind, you are free from this system, this physical and mental system. And then you can watch yourself from outside. That's what is called Atma Sakshatkar, where you watch, I'm not this body, where you have a direct experience. I am this, whatever is this energy body, I am this. This will never die. This is my awareness, this is my soul, this is my being. That is what you are ready for. And generally it comes as an earthquake. An earthquake happens inside, a shake comes before you take off from the body. Like how an aeroplane, it shakes before it takes off and before it lands. The same way it comes in the astral travel. So the energy must move beyond the Manipur chakra. When it moves up, that moment your astral body also moves. Thank you. That's beautiful. So friends, it's so wonderful, and what need to be followed is our breath. And there are no followers, only masters. Only our guru, true guru is our breath. We need to really surrender to our breath. This is our guide, this is our guru, the utmost beautiful, wonderful guru. And if you can really constantly be present, watchful of the breath, it will show you the entire universe, entire mysteries. It unravels, unfolds. Whatever is hidden deep in you, it shows you. This is the greatest guru. Thank you so much. So friends, it's a wonderful day for all of us, and we take this truth with us, living wisely in the midst of uncertainty and impermanence. At the same time, in that flux, in that very impermanent and uncertainty, we choose. We live wisely. We'll be responsive. We operate from a higher center. We are aware. That's what is the summary, and we carry with us. And next week, and we again meet. Next week is the topic is the art and science of dying. That is the topic, because this is another important topic, very important topic. How to die and what is happening when you're dying. What is the science of dying? How to die artistically, how to die gracefully, without fear, with such consciousness, how to die. Not that I'm preparing you for death soon, but it may happen any time, but you are better be prepared right now. We know it, and any time is okay. When it visits us, we'll be off. we can gracefully take the departure from this world. So next Sunday 8 to 10 is the Sunday class. Any other announcements that you about the Soul Coach batch? Yeah.
And all these Dr. Newton's talks will be uploaded in the YouTube. You can follow Sir's videos. Even last class video is being already uploaded. And so if you want to get any updates about the classes, about the programs which happen here in Life University, you can give your name and number, so that we'll SMS you. And also sir, మీరు చెప్పినట్లుగా ఎన్నో ఎక్స్పీరియన్స్ వస్తుంటాయి మనకు. సో వాటిని ఎట్లా అర్థం చేసుకోవాలి, ఎలా డీకోడ్ చేసుకోవాలి, తర్వాత ఇంకా స్పిరిచువల్ గ్రోత్, ఫిజికల్ గ్రోత్ అండ్ మనకి ఫినాన్షియల్ గ్రోత్, ఎవ్రీథింగ్ లైఫ్ సంబంధించిన మొత్తం అన్ని ఆస్పెక్ట్స్ గురించి నేర్చుకోవడం కోసం రీసెర్చ్ చేస్తూ మన ఓన్ పర్సనల్ అనుభవాల ద్వారా తెలుసుకోవడం గురించి ఒక ట్రైనింగ్ ప్రోగ్రామ్ ఉంది. దాంట్లో సోల్ కోచ్ ట్రైనింగ్ ప్రోగ్రామ్ లైఫ్ యూనివర్సిటీ నుంచి వస్తుందండి. సో ఆల్రెడీ 6 బ్యాచెస్ అయిపోయాయి. ఇప్పుడు 7th బ్యాచ్ 24th ఆఫ్ దిస్ మంత్ నుంచి స్టార్ట్ అవుతుంది. రిజిస్ట్రేషన్స్ ఆల్రెడీ స్టార్ట్ చేశాము. ఎవరైనా ఇంట్రెస్ట్ ఉన్న వాళ్ళు ఆ క్లాసెస్ జాయిన్ అవ్వచ్చు.
ఇట్ ఇస్ ఎ ఫ్రీ ప్రోగ్రామ్.
ఇట్స్ ఎ ఫ్రీ ప్రోగ్రామ్. అండ్ వన్ థింగ్ ఏంటంటే మొత్తం టోటల్ 16 క్లాసెస్ ఉంటాయి. 16 సండేస్ తెలుగులో ఉంటుంది క్లాసెస్ అని మొత్తం. డాక్టర్ న్యూటన్ కొన్ని క్లాసులు తీసుకుంటారు, డాక్టర్ లక్ష్మి గారు కొన్ని క్లాసెస్, అండ్ టీమ్ ఆఫ్ ట్రైనర్స్ ఉన్నారు, వాళ్ళు కొన్ని క్లాసెస్ తీసుకుంటారు. మెయిన్ మీ నుంచి వాట్ వి రిక్వెస్ట్ ఈస్ అన్ని క్లాసెస్ కి అటెండ్ అవుతాము అనే ఒక డెడికేషన్ మీరు తీసుకొని జాయిన్ అవ్వాల్సింది. అదర్వైజ్ అంటే ఒక క్లాస్ వచ్చి ఒక క్లాస్ రానప్పుడు ఏమవుతుందంటే మనకి ఏదైతే సపోజ్ 16 క్లాస్ లో మీరు అన్ని అటెండ్ ఒక క్లాస్ మిస్ అయ్యారనుకోండి, ఫస్ట్ సపోజ్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్, అది మీకు సంబంధించిన మీ లైఫ్ సంబంధించిన మోస్ట్ ఇంపార్టెంట్ తెలుసుకోవాలనే టాపిక్ అనుకోనండి, అప్పుడు మొత్తం అంతా అది మిస్ అవుతుంది. దానివల్ల మీ ఫుల్ ఎఫర్ట్ తో అన్ని క్లాస్ అటెండ్ అవ్వండి. అక్కడ ఏంటంటే ఒక కాన్సెప్ట్ ఉంటుంది. ఇక్కడ ఈ రోజు ఏదైతే సార్ చెప్పారో ఇలాంటి ఎన్నో 100+ టాపిక్స్ ఈ సోల్ కోచ్ ట్రైనింగ్ ప్రోగ్రామ్ లో మనం నేర్చుకోవడం జరుగుతుంది. థియరీ దెన్ ప్రాక్టీస్, ప్రాక్టికల్ సెషన్స్ ఉంటాయి అక్కడే. అండ్ దెన్ మళ్ళీ తర్వాత మనకు నెక్స్ట్ వీక్ సంబంధించిన హోంవర్క్ ఇస్తారు. హోంవర్క్ అంటే మనకు కొన్ని ప్రాసెస్ మళ్ళీ కంటిన్యూ చేయడం కావచ్చు, లేకపోతే బుక్ రీడింగ్ ఉంటుంది, బుక్స్ సజెస్ట్ చేస్తారు. సో ఇలా మనల్ని మనం ట్రాన్స్ఫార్మ్ చేసుకుంటూ మన ఓన్ ఇన్నర్ లైఫ్ ని ఎలా గ్రో చేసుకోవాలనే దాని గురించి డీటెయిల్ గా తెలుసుకుంటాం క్లాస్ లో. సో ఎవరైనా ఇంట్రెస్టెడ్ ఉంటే మీరు అప్లికేషన్ ఫామ్ ఫిల్ చేయొచ్చు. థ్యాంక్ యూ ఫ్రెండ్స్.
That's wonderful. Thank you.